This is Jam Nation.
With Jonesy and Amanda.
If you loved cult favourite books, The Dry and Force of Nature, we've got great news for you. The third and final book of the Aaron Falk series, Exiles, has been released. Jane Harper is one of my favourite authors. The Lost Man, The Survivor, everything she writes is absolutely brilliant. You just cannot put these books down. So, Jane Harper, we're thrilled to talk to you today. Hello, Jane.
Hello, thank you for having me.
Look at you go. You've made the jump from being a journalist to an author, like a mystery writer, I guess. Is that something you've always wanted to do since you were little?
It is. I'd always wanted to write, and I was working as a journalist. And the thing I enjoyed most about it was the writing part. So I wrote The Dry, which is my first novel, while I was working as a journalist, really with no expectation that it would ever get published. It was just something I wanted to do for myself. And then it did get published, and I got the opportunity to write more books, which is fantastic. So, yeah, it's my dream career, really.
And not just got published and number one book and everyone loved it, made into a fantastic film starring Eric Bana, which is an extraordinary accolade that your work is now being picked up by filmmakers.
The film was so great as well. I absolutely loved what they did with the Dry adaptation. And most importantly to me, readers enjoyed it too. I had so many positive comments from readers who loved Eric Bana cast as Aaron Falk, and the way they'd stayed so true, I think, to the heart and the feel of the book and captured it so beautifully on screen. So I absolutely loved it.
And the Dry the movie, you just had that great menace running through it the whole time. It was always, and having read the book and then watching the movie, I knew what was going to happen, but I was still felt myself on edge.
I know, I did too. I mean, I knew what was going to happen as well. And I thought it was, I was on the edge of my seat as well. I thought they did such a great job. And I thought, Eric Bana as Falk was just such a beautiful casting, and he's so beloved, and he did such just a fantastic job of bringing everything that was so good about that character and that readers had really responded to, and bringing that to screen in such a perfect way.
Many Australian writers are now enjoying, and you're part of it too, the Australian noir. I know that Chris Hammer, I actually went to uni with him. Look what I'm doing, and he's writing these extraordinary books. That's just not fair. But yours too, stories from true Australia, really capturing the outback, the cities, the stories of Australia. It's a wonderful time to be an Australian writer.
It really is. And I think, Australia is such a gift for writers. I mean, in my new book, Exiles, I got to go to South Australia, so wine country, which I have to say was one of the best research trips I've ever done. That was a lot of fun, going out there to this kind of lush countryside and meeting these people who are just living their best lives. It's such a joy to be able to, I think, capture those parts of the country, on the page, and really sort of celebrate, I think, a lot of the beauty of our landscape and things that make us what we are.
This apparently is going to be the final book for Aaron Falk. As I said, we've had The Dry, we've had Force of Nature, and this one, Exile. Why have you decided to wrap him up?
I decided to, very early on, this Exiles was going to be the last Falk book. The reason for that is because I think, in fiction especially, having a strong ending is as important as having a strong start. And, Falk has given so much to me. I wanted to give him the ending he deserved. So I went in knowing that this would be kind of the book that really, I think gave his character what he needed. And it was a lot of fun to write. It's kind of a 300-page goodbye letter to him, because I loved the character, and I loved writing Exiles. And it was all the more special for me, I think, knowing that this was, the final one for him.
And could you see these being developed into movies like The Drive? Can that be a thing? Is Eric keen?
Well, I mean, the great news is that Force of Nature, which is the second Aaron Falk film, is already well into production. They finished filming. They filmed that in Victoria over winter. So now that's sort of in the editing phase, which is really exciting. I got to go out on set and see a little bit of it in action, which was so great. It looks fantastic. I can't wait to see the finished product. So fingers crossed, maybe, if the team feels it's right, and maybe we'd see Exiles made as a film as well. I mean, I'd love to see that happen, obviously.
Don't tell yourself the ending, okay?
Don't ruin it for yourself.
Don't want you to be alarmed in the movie theatre. What's going to happen here?
That's right.
Don't tell Jane how it ends. Exiles is out now, available in all good bookstores and online. Jane Harper, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.